Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys watching today. All right, so it's May 4th and we are at an all-time high for gold, I think in the history of gold spot. And obviously silver is trailing behind it. I think silver is almost over 26 bucks per ounce today, which is awesome. So congrats to you all-time everyday stackers, especially the guys that picked up silver March 9th or prior, when I believe silver was at its lowest point ever. Well, not when I mean ever, since September of last year. So I've already made a video on this, but this right here is probably the best go-to right now for someone looking to stack silver. You can still pick these up for under 30 times face, and they're full silver dollars, 90% silver. And this is where you guys got to go nowadays. It's actually weird. You can actually get proof commemorative silver dollars cheaper than you can for junk, half dollars, and quarters and dimes. So the junk run is done. Stop buying junk and start buying stuff like this. And to find like regular silver stuff out there, so recently picked up one of these. I've got this listed pretty cheap on eBay. But Silver Eagles are going for like 43, 45 bucks all day long, which is crazy considering where things are at. But they just did not make enough of these. So a lot of the shops that do have these are usually graded ones. But we're almost at a point now where you can get a graded one for as cheap as you can find a raw one. So premiums on Eagles have definitely gone up. And then, as a reminder, you always want to look at the little missing niche. See it right there? That's how you can tell it's authentic. Please beware of the sellers on eBay, especially ones from China or other countries where they've got their Silver Eagles listed at like under 30 bucks with free shipping. They're totally fake, and it's annoying because they keep popping up when I do my searches, and it's like, come on, dude. The biggest tell is like when you see some guy like have a bunch of these Eagles. They're usually the 2023s, and they've got some other sales, but all their other sales or items that are listed are like directly like made in China type stuff, like random gizmos or whatever. Another safe bet, I think, is buying graded Morgan silver dollars. This is kind of soft right now, this particular part of the market. These are going to explode, though, once the reverse proofs come out. I know there's a lot of channels that are just like, the U.S. Mint's a ripoff, this and that, but while they're telling you that, they all have their name on the list to order the reverse proofs and the new commemoratives. You'd be a fool not to order them or put your name on a list, because just like last time, they're all going to be home runs later on. And you never know which one's going to be like the ultimate home run, like the 2021 Denver Mint Morgan. Like everybody and their mother was complaining like, oh, this thing's so ugly, horrible quality control, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I want to send mine back. And then the guys that actually got perfect looking ones that Mint State 70 have like basically, I think they're worth like $650, $700. Not bad for an initial $85 investment plus your grading fee, which is probably 28 bucks. Because you weren't gold shielding that commemorative silver dollar and it was modern. So that's the way to go. But these you can kind of find out there. Just beware, there's a lot of sellers a lot of stuff that's sold on eBay is stuff that just will not sell in the shop because they're ugly, or the holders are all damaged, or the coins themselves are just plain ugly. I always try and find the nicest ones. And then this is like an old green holder here. OGH, I think that's late 80s. That's right after the Rattler. The Rattler's the coins that you can shake and they move around. It's one of my favorite bars. Love this bar. I think this is the best bar ever made. I think it's Madison Mint. Yep, Madison Mint. Coolest bar they ever made. It's from 1974. It's 2 years older than me. It's holding up better than I am. And then right here is this was one of the greatest hits. I thought this was a beautiful round. This thing's exploded. I think these are like 60 bucks. I'm a fool though. I had like rolls of these. I should have held on to them because I ended up selling them pretty cheap. But you could get these for like 25, 23 bucks back when they first came out. But I always thought it was a really cool design. And then there's one with like a little dragon pervy in it too. But sometimes it's all about eye appeal, guys. So if they come out with something like this, not all of them are going to be hits, but these typically from the Perth Mint, I think they only make like 10,000 or 15,000. And if they're a real big hit, they'll actually go up in value. But not all of them do, so it's hard to kind of guess which ones does what. And then this Silver Ike I got in that prior collection. I've sold all the coins out of that collection. This is the last one. So I just dropped this to like, I think 13 bucks. So this is probably the cheapest one at eBay for a nice BU 40% raw Ike dollar. I'm not into Ikes at all, so I'm losing money on this, but I definitely made money on all the other ones. And then obviously here's some off strikes. This one's the coolest one. I keep dropping the price on this one, so I don't know why no one's like wants to pick this one up. But I think it's really cool because it's like toned. And it's off struck, and it actually has the date. So compared to like something like this, where it's like, yeah, there's a little bit of nip of the penny there, but these don't sell as well. And then this really jacked up nickel, but again, it doesn't show the date. But it's definitely a really cool error. I don't know how this stuff like makes it out. Like seriously, if you worked at the Mint, like when you do that. Oh, so next I want to show. Oh. I forgot to go over my year-to-date. So I know it's May 4th, but here's where I'm at as of April 30th. I've got more listings now, but I'm changing my goal, which I'll mention later. But we've got almost 600 sales, so 5 sales per day over the 119 days so far. 28,900 in total revenue. Here's the expenses. It's the actual profit, so close to $9,000 profit, which is cool. Averaging 48 bucks per sale and about $15 profit per sale. And that's kind of where you want to be. The actual real magic number in the perfect eBay reselling rule is you want to sell 10 $30 profit items per day. So $30 of profit, 10 items per day equals $100,000 in your pocket after expenses. And that's pretty tough to do it's impossible to do in bullion, but that's pretty tough to do with numismatics as well. It's hard to say like, oh, every coin I pick up, I'm gonna make $30 profit. That's pretty rough unless like you find someone that's really desperate or a seller that doesn't know what they're doing. So if I wanted to achieve 100,000, so like an actual real full-time job, this number here would have to quadruple. So it'd have to be average profit per day would have to be $300 per day, and that would equal $100,000 after all expenses. So as an experiment, and I'm pushing myself to do this. So I've been averaging over 10 a day listed since the beginning of the month. So since May 1st, I've upped it to 20 items a day. Now, not everything is coins. So sometimes when I'm waiting for coins to come in, I'm listing Christmas ornaments, clothing, whatever I can find around the house. So that is going to help me hopefully double this number for the next quarter. And I've been reselling on eBay for quite some time, seriously doing it for the past year and a half. So again, this is a hobby. This is my fun. So I enjoy doing it. So it gets a little rough when I'm listing stuff I don't care about, like ornaments and clothing I have around the house. But the ultimate goal is to get more proceeds so I can get more of this kind of stuff. And it's almost impossible to make $30 profit on a slabbed coin unless it's like a really high priced coin. So let's say you find $1,000 PCGS coin and someone sells it to you for $9, and then you resell it for like $9.70. So after fees, you're lucky to make maybe $30. So never know how that's going to go. But anyways, I wanted to show real quick before I let you guys go is the something that kind of made me scratch my head. So I'm going to show you the chart, and it's based on A-Mark's stock value versus where spot and stuff has been at. So let me get that cooking. Give me one sec. Okay, so here's silver today as of May 4th at 12:45 p.m. Looking really strong, 26.25. A lot of that has to do with bank failures and whatnot. But here's something interesting. So I've done other videos before. So here's magically March 7th or 8th. So, spot was kind of low. And then I always compared everything to this date here, which is around September 2022, where both spot was low and premiums were low at that time. Like no one really cared about silver. It happened again in October, but in October premiums were kind of getting jacked up because we were already at a peak. So here, March 8th is when I made the other video saying, hey, is this the time to buy? Because we were really close to premium percentages versus September, meaning premiums were really, really low March 8th, even though spot was higher. Now it's like complete opposite. We're at like a really high point, definitely at a year high point. Let's compare this. The last time we were at this level, 26.24. We have to go all the way back to July of 2021, and that's obviously, pandemic time. So this is pretty strong, 26.24. But here's something I found like really interesting. So I go to A-Mark stock, and if I do a 1 year on the A-Mark stock, so today they're not really peaked out, but look at here. So look at March 9th. The stock was really cheap. It was like 27. And then check out September. Their stock was really cheap. So a way to kind of predict where the price of silver is going to go is to follow A-Mark stock. Super strange that like the price of silver directly correlates with where silver's at. See this? Same peaks and valleys. Very interesting. And A-Mark's not just precious metals, like they're not just silver, right? They do gold, they do platinum. Guys, they also have a platform where they own companies that do major auctions of art. They also do lending. So if you have a certain, let's say you're a dealer and you have a certain percentage of coins, or not coins. So like, oh yeah, they do coins too. So like, let's say you had $100,000 in numismatic coins, they would give you a loan based on 70% of the value, the book value of the coins. You'd have to send them your coins. They hold it in a vault, and then they give you a loan on it. Who knows what the interest rates are? They also do the same for actual flat bullion. The bullion, obviously, they go a little bit higher. So there's all kinds of hands. And A-Mark is not the main company. The main company that owns A-Mark is another investment firm. I think it's called Synergy or something. But anyways, I just thought this was interesting because I was like, what does A-Mark stock look like? And it correlates to silver. And then don't forget, guys, A-Mark also owns JM Bullion. So, and they also own Bullion Exchange or something. It's weird. So like if you're out there shopping, you think like, oh, this company's better than the other. They're actually all owned by the same company. So are we being tricked? I don't know. So anyways, I just wanted to share this information. I don't think anyone's noticed the correlation, and then some other channel is probably going to steal this from me that has a lot more subscribers, but it's just something that I personally observed and I thought was quite interesting. So anyways, keep buying silver, keep buying gold as we go up. Just be careful what you buy. And there's always a link to my store if you want to get something cool. Appreciate you guys watching.